say I'm no good, crazy as I'm new. 'Cause I get stoned in the morning, I get drunk in the afternoon. Kinda like my old blue tick hound, I like to lay around in the shade. I ain't got much money, but I damn sure got it made. And I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. You don't like the way I'm living, you just leave this long-haired country boy alone. Kind of messed the riff up there on the last part, but that's okay, you got the gist. We're going to learn Long-Haired Country Boy today. Great song by Charlie Daniels Band. One of the classics, again. So what I'm going to teach you today is I'm going to teach you how to play the verse, which is 1 chord. I'm going to teach you how to play the chorus, which is 2 chords. And I'm going to teach you how to play the riff. So let's get right into it. I'm going to do the riff at the end of the video because it takes a minute to explain. So for those of you guys who are here, for the chord progression, we're going to go through that first. The verse is D. That's the whole thing, man. D. There is D7 right at the end, but it's D. Now, I'm not big on showing you guys how to do strumming patterns, but I will say with this one, it is good to alternate the bass back and forth. And the way I do it is I finger pick this, and I alternate the bass with my thumb. So for the D string, or the D chord, I'm alternating the bass between the D string and the A string. Right? And then in between that, in between the alternating bass, I'm plucking the 3 bottom strings with these 3 fingers. So, right? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? So that's the best way that I know how to play that. You can strum it, so I got a pick here. You can alternate the bass. So I would pluck the bass. If you're playing with a pick, I would pluck the bass and then just strum the bottom 3 strings. But I found it's a lot easier just to do it. Keep my fingers all in that, keep these 3 fingers right there on those bottom 3 strings and alternate the bass. So the verse is all D. People say I'm no good, crazy as a loon, right? It's all D. 'Cause I get stoned in the morning, I get drunk in the afternoon. Kinda like my old blue tick hound, I like to lay around in the shade. I ain't got much money, but I damn sure got it made. And on made, he goes to that D7, made. And you can pluck it and just let it ring out, or you can just strum it and let it ring out. Made, and I ain't asking. And on asking, he goes to G. Asking. And on the G bass notes, I'm playing the low E string and the D string. So I'm going. But I'm still using these 3 fingers to pluck these bottom 3 strings of the guitar. And you can throw that little fill in. So what I'm doing there is I'm lifting my pointer finger up, and when I get to where I'm plucking that D right there, when I'm playing that D bass note, then I'm just hammering on the 2nd fret. So you can, or you can play it straight. So let's go back so you can kind of hear where the change is after the G. So I ain't asking nobody for nothing. I can't get it on my own. And on own, he goes back to the D. That little fill, I like to do that little fill right there too, which is I take my middle finger and I pluck the open A and I hammer on, and then I pluck the open D and I do a hammer on and pull off. And then I I pull those 3 strings again. And then, so you're on that D. So I ain't asking nobody for nothing. G. I can't get it on my own. You're all on the D right there. If you don't like, and on like he goes to A. Like the way I'm living. So, you don't like the way I'm living. And on this part, the way I like to play this part is I just jump up here to the low E string and I go 5th, 4th, 3rd, 1, 1, and then play the D. So it's, you leave this long-haired country boy alone. Leave this long-haired country boy alone. Because you're going to go right back into that starting riff again. So 5, 4, 3. You can kind of do a little bit of a bend, like a little nudge. Alright? Because then you're going to go. Alright, you're going to go back into that riff. So let's do the whole thing from the beginning. So it starts with a D. D. Stay on the D. It's got to get boring on the D, right? Well, then you're going to go to D7 and G. B. Then go to A. 5, 4, 3, 1, 1, D. And then that's where you're going to go back into that riff again. Okay, so that's chord progression. Pretty easy song. For such a great song, it's easy. And the verse and the chorus for the next 2, like verse-chorus combinations, are the exact same. There's no differentiation there. So the riff, let's get into the riff. The riff sounds like it might be difficult, but it's actually a very easy riff to play. So it starts on the open A, and then you're going to hammer on to the 2nd fret, and then you're going to play the D, the open D, then you're going to go back and play the open A, then you're going to grab the D at the 3rd fret, and you're going to do like a little half-step bend, and then you're going to release that bend and play it open. So A, hammer on to 2, open D, open A, grab the D at the 3rd fret, bend, release, and pluck it. That's what it sounds like. And then there's a lot of different ways I've seen people play this riff, especially this second part, but the way I like to play it's pretty easy is you're going to fret the G string, and you're going to alternate back and forth between what you have fretted on the G string and the open D. And what I play is I play 5th, 4th, 2nd, open on the G string. So So 5th, 4th, 2nd, open. And what you're doing is you're playing 5th, open D, 4th, open D, 2nd, open D, open G string, open D string. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go back in and you're going to hit the open A, hammer onto the 2nd fret, and then you're going to hit the open D, and instead of going back to the open A like you did the first part, you're just going to grab it with you're going to hammer on the 3rd fret, and then release and play it open again. So the whole thing sounds like this. And then you have that D string, get ready. get ready to fret that D chord, because you're going to go right into plucking. That's so when you finish that riff, that first open D that you play right at the end of the riff, that's the first note of your alternating bass notes in the verse. See, you get ready with these 3 fingers and you go right into it. That's how to play the song, as far as I know how to play it. If y'all have got any questions about it, just comment below. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you got. And other than that, I'll see you in the next song. Thanks.